Boy Bizzle with God Over Money, and you are now listening to the Reverb Live Show with DJ Rain.
Reverb Live, your new online gospel show.
Reverb, and echo through my heart. Bring the beat back, man. Reverb, to me my flesh is so good, so Lord, please turn up your effect.
Hey, what's up, family? This is DJ Rain. You're tuned into the Reverb Live Show, the syndicated talk show playing the best in urban gospel music and Christian hip-hop. We also give you the latest in news, interviews, laughter, and much, much, much more. Hey, I want to thank you for tuning into the show right here, right now, on this station, or checking out our podcast. But, yo, you got to check out the live show. The live show airs every Tuesday, 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on ReverbLiveShow.com. During the live show, you can post your comments and we will read them live on the air, making you part of the live podcast. Listen, all you got to do is jump on Facebook Live, Instagram Live, or even jump on YouTube Live. Post your comments and we'll read them live on the air, making you part of our live podcast. Listen, I'm not doing this by myself. I'm backed up by the entire amazing Reverb Live crew. Let's throw around the horn and see what's going on with the crew this episode. Professor Tracy, what's up?
What's good, DJ Rain? What's good, Cookie King D3? What's good, Reverb family out there? This is what I'm going to say. Woo, 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 woo. Yeah.
Sound like another car chronicle about to happen.
Or a car accident.
No, what kind of, sort of?
Okay.
Well, not a car accident, but did you guys know that people have fake police cars? Because I had no idea. No. I was hanging outside with some of my family members, and all of a sudden I was by a group of police officers that was checking out a situation. Next thing you know, I hear like it's the police coming. Mm-hmm. So everybody looking around like, wow, man, the police getting somebody over there, you know, whatever. Next thing you know, one of the police officers that was where I was by where I was at, ran to their car, left. Well, you see all the police officers pointing. The officer ran to his vehicle, jumped in the car and sped off and put on his
his rear.
His rear.
That's a siren.
Siren. Apparently, there was a police, a regular civilian car that had police sirens on it.
Oh.
And the police were pointing like, that's not the real car. That's not the real car. And the other car left to go get it. So you can hear the cars running from each other.
Wow, that is a
like
game.
For about 10 minutes straight around the neighborhood. Like the dude was chasing the other guy in his fake police car. And I was talking to somebody about it. I said, let me tell y'all what just happened. I'd never seen that ever in my life, or would think that somebody would have the boldness to have a fake police car.
Right.
But my goodness. So anyway, I don't know if they caught the person or not. I was just like blown away that they had a real fake police car and had the nerve to ride up and down the street with it.
So are you saying like the car had the markings of a police car, or just the siren of a car?
I didn't see the police car. All I know is I saw the police officers pointing at the car like, get him, go. That's
I wonder if that's illegal to like have the siren.
Well, I know it's illegal to impersonate a
police officer.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah,
but
so
a
I'm
police
thinking it may
car.
be the same thing.
You can play the music. The music just happened to have the sirens on.
Right. Put it on YouTube.
I don't know. Also joining the show, we got my man King D3 in the building. D3, what's up, man?
What's happening, man? More than excited and elated to be here, man. Glad that everyone who's checking in with us is checking in, man. And it's definitely great that you grabbed your number, because it starts from number 2 on down to millions of listeners right now. But the number 1 slot was taken. And yes, I'm sure you're wondering who it was taken by. It was taken by our Heavenly Father, who is always our number 1 check-in, man. So shout out to you and shout out to our Heavenly Father. I have no news as it deals with police officers, no news as it deals with vehicles, but I do have news as it deals with appreciation. One thing I noticed that I'm doing more now is trying to appreciate self. trying to appreciate opinions. And when I say opinions, it's the opinions of myself, my own opinions first. It's also opinions of others, because I don't know if you guys ever been in a space, but I notice with me sometimes the rejection of opinions can be predicated on the fact, on simple disagreements or things. I would say, so the main thing I notice is, as it deals with accepting opinions, it doesn't have to always be accepted, but you can still hear, you know what I mean? And not face an aspect where you're dealing with an argument, or you're dealing with a situation where it's a continual dispute. And so with that being said, I ask myself, how much do you appreciate your own opinion? How much do you respect your own opinion, and and utilize your voice? So as far as my check-in goes, I said, you know what, I want to encourage others to utilize their voice, utilize those things, but in doing so, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of responses and things of that nature as well. Yeah. But a season of appreciation, man, of my opinion, is definitely one in which I'm trying to embrace a little bit more.
So you're saying that you are appreciating that you are more giving of your opinion?
No,
respecting your own opinion?
I would say respecting my own opinion, because I noticed that it can create a silence when you don't.
That's
you
true.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't remember a time where and of course this is in a healthy way. Let me say that, because everybody has an opinion, healthy and unhealthy. But more so, I listened to a Bizzle project that talked about he's willing to listen to others, but not at the risk of his own silence. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
And so that's the aspect. I guess I apologize for not being more detailed with it, but as far as eliminating a silence due to the lack of respect for self, you know what I mean, their own opinion. Yeah.
That sounds like social work analyzing King
Most
D3.
definitely. It probably
Sounds
is.
like Mr. Williams.
Yeah, most definitely. It probably is that person coming out for sure.
I've done a lot of weddings in the past. I just did a wedding this past weekend, and this is actually pretty cool. At this wedding, I call this my trifecta wedding, and I call it a trifecta wedding because I married 3 people in their family, 3 daughters. The guy had 3 daughters, and I didn't marry them.
Yeah, I was gonna say it sound like I ain't the only one that need context.
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah, I married 3 times. No. I was the DJ for each of his daughters' weddings, for all of his daughters, all 3 of them. So I completed a trifecta of marrying all 3 daughters, DJing for all 3 daughters in his
you're
wedding.
officially part of their family.
Their family.
history.
Yeah, he even gave at one of his speeches, he even gave me a shout out. I was like, I like to thank all the family, me and Papa for da 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 da. And I also like to thank our DJ. You can see the close family resemblance. This was a white family and I'm black. So it was a funny joke. So
Okay,
everybody's
yeah.
But he's been there and he married he was the DJ for all 3 of our daughters, and he just felt like family to us. So it was only right that we call him. But that was cool. But it was something that the officiant said. Now I've done tons of weddings, countless of weddings. Each one reminds me of the vows that I've taken with my wife, and so it strengthens my marriage, which is pretty good.
Yes, right.
But this one was different, for different reasons. The officiant was talking to the people, and he said, he looked at the crowd and he said, now this young lady has been taken care of for over 25 years, for all her life, by her father. And now he's entrusting her to you. He's talking to the groom. That you're supposed to take care of this young lady. It is now your turn to do so. It is now your job, your duty, your obligation. This is what you signed up for. Before, I heard that before. Those words didn't really mean much to me. This time, it meant a lot to me because I have a daughter now. I will be doing the same exact thing. I will be giving my daughter to someone.
That would make me cry.
And
That
I
would
was
make me
like,
I would have teared up on that one.
Yeah.
but he said that the way how he said it made me think about he's the dad spent all his life taking care of this young lady,
My
and now he's
God.
trusting you to take care of her.
Crazy.
And I'm like, yo, ain't nobody finna take care of my daughter like I can. You can't do it, bro. I don't think you got it. So it's going to be hard for this dude.
You know, that might be why a lot of dads are always like very hard on guys that try to date their daughter or interested in their daughter.
It was my life's job to take care of her.
My
now you
God.
just show up thinking you're just gonna do it.
Ain't put no real work
in 3 months, and you don't know nothing.
Yeah, right. Remind me of Bad Boys. Who you?
Yeah, man. But I was thinking about that, man. I never had to think about it before because I had boys. I'm going to raise boys. Hey, you're gonna take care of your life. You're gonna take care of your family. You're gonna take care of your wife. You're gonna treat your wife good, your family good, and you better do it.
Yeah.
Or else you're gonna hear from me. But for my girls, like, wait a minute. You don't got to do anything. I'm going to take care of you.
Yeah.
And then this guy's supposed to do that?
Yeah.
I don't know, bro. It's going to be tough.
I ain't got to know yet.
Woo!
It's gonna be
Look
tough.
over
It's gonna
here.
be tough.
He gonna have to build some engineering stuff.
Yeah, he got it. He got a wow me.
He gonna have to put solar panels
Right.
on the car.
Your first house, but
And
do
the
you got a
dog
drone in
chain,
it?
you know what I'm
Right.
Well, you know what, guys? Speaking of relationships and marriages, this is our relationship show. We're going to be talking about and I love it when Tracy puts this on the calendar, D.
Yeah.
Which is like, you know what, guys? We got to talk about relationships this week. And I said, Tracy, go ahead. So we're going to talk about some relationships. We got an interesting topic. Bunch of questions coming to you. The do's and don'ts of a first date. Ooh, remember your first date? Remember going on the first date?
Oh my.
Woo. We're going to talk about some do's and don'ts on the first date. We're going to check in with you when we come back, and then we're going to give you the Reverb word of the day. So if you're out there listening to the live show, make sure you check in with us so we can check in with you. Don't go anywhere. It's the Reverb Live Show with DJ Rain.
The best urban gospel show airing right now. It's the Reverb Live Show, playing the hottest in Christian hip hop and R&B.
Some things I've been needing to say to you. This is long, long overdue. Father, forgive me. Lately I've been way too vulnerable. I've been feeling crazy ever since I went too far with you. Now you got my issues for letting me go the distance. And I got all these issues from sleeping with different women. God told us put the drinks down, we steady sipping. The devil prowls at night, took advantage of our condition. He know what he doing, he know when to catch us slipping. He know what he doing, he know we went past our limits. Now you say you depressed, well get in line. Cause now I'm attached to all of your problems and you got mine. And after you, I'll probably go sleep with somebody else and give them all the same problems that you gave to myself. I knew the consequences before I had took these steps. I had made decisions that could have declined my health. I disobeyed you right in your face like you wasn't there. Now I'm steady reaching out to you, cause I need help. God help me because I'm dying inside. I've been dealing with problems and they not mine. Forgive me for the sins I committed before your eyes. In Jesus' name, can you cleanse me of all my ties? I cover my insecurities up with lies. I feel like the whole world against me, I don't know why. Satan tried to take me away from you, I deny. In Jesus' name, can you cleanse me of all my ties? So many years I've been sinning without repenting. Can't even lie, I've lost count of how many women. Little do they know is how much I'm really stressing. My toxicity contagious, so they leave with my depression. Filled with much aggression, I take it out on my lady. When I'm alone at night, I don't know who might have my baby. Tip me with fornication, the devil driving me crazy. He makes it look appealing, I know he just trying to take me. I wake up and try to pray it all away. But even when I pray, I feel guilty as yesterday. I've been suicidal, been hoping somebody kill me. And every woman I slept with about to feel it. God, I promise, just help me, I'll make it right. God, I promise to come back into your light. God, I promise today that I'll change my life. God, I promise to save myself for my wife. God, help me because I'm dying inside. I've been dealing with problems and they not mine. Forgive me for the sins I committed before your eyes. In Jesus' name, can you cleanse me of all my ties? I cover my insecurities up with lies. I feel like the whole world against me, I don't know why. Satan tried to take me away from you, I deny. In Jesus' name, can you cleanse me of all my ties? And that's real. I owed you that publicly. I'm not ashamed. Thank you.
Reverb Live, your new online gospel show.
They're not ready for this one.
Put your Bible in the hand, Bible in the hand, put your Bible in the hand, Bible in the hand, put your Bible in the hand, Bible in the hand, put your Bible in the hand, Bible in the hand, put your Bible in the hand, put your Bible in the hand, put your Bible in the hand,
So,
put your Bible in the hand,
okay.
put your Bible in the hand.
Reverb Live Show, Reverb Live Crew is in the building, giving my daughter away, Rain.
Woo woo. Police Tracy.
And appreciation D3, man.
The whole crew is in the building for you, man. I love it when we do relationship shows.
Goodness.
Oh my goodness, me and D and Tracy the Professor have cooked up something amazing. We got some good questions about do's and don'ts of a first date. We're going to check in with you in just a little bit, but let's check in with the Reverb word of the day. Tracy, what you got cooking for us?
What's funny is the Reverb word of the day was kind of lined up already for me today. And it ends up kind of touching bases and just kind of lining up a little bit with what you kind of were already talking about, which is Psalms 127, verses 3 and 4. Well, I'll go to 5 as well. It says, children are a heritage from the Lord. The offspring of a reward from him. Mm-hmm. Like arrows in the hand of a warrior are children born in one's youth. Blessed is the man whose quiver is full of them. They will not be put to shame when they contend with their opponents in court. So, again, that's Psalms 127, verses 3 through 4. We're talking about how children are the heritage of the Lord. And like how DJ Ren was mentioning, like, man, I got to give my daughter away. I need to direct her into the right path. So parents or guardians, because some people's family dynamics are different.
Right.
They're the warriors, and they are pulling you children. If you're listening in the car, you're riding in the back seat or the front seat, and you may have gotten into a little spat with your parents or your guardian. Like, man, I don't know why they won't let me go to the party. I don't know why they won't let me date. I don't know why they won't let me do ... Whatever it is, just remember that they are the warrior. God has given you to them. And like an arrow into the warrior's hand, that's what you are. And their job is to point you into the right direction. Some of you guys, you may be an adult. And you still need that guidance. You still need that warrior to pull you back and point you in the right direction. Right. So don't think that you get too grown and too big for your britches, that you can't listen to nobody either. Right. You know, make sure that you're still open. Like King Dean was mentioning, still being open. Don't mean you just take everybody's opinion, but just know that you keep your eyes and your ears open for God to speak to you, to tell you, listen to your parents. This is the right way to go.
I'm telling you, your parents may seem old and they don't know how to use the Facebook or the Amazon or the Instagram. They may not know how to use these things, but they're wise in life.
Oh, yeah.
They've been through some things in life.
They're further down the road of life than you.
They've even made mistakes in life that they are trying to save you from.
Right.
I know a single mom that's out there. She had kids at a young age, and she is hard with her daughter. Because, like, look, baby girl, I made these mistakes. I don't want you to live the life that I live. It was hard raising you and your brother by myself. Your father was not there. I don't want you to go down that road. No, you can't go to the party. No, you know what? There's something about that guy. I don't like that guy.
Like
something in that spirit. I don't like him.
Yeah.
We're not going to go there tonight. And I know it seems like they're against you. They don't want you to have fun. Guys out there, your mom might be too hard on you. Your dad might be too hard on you. But it's for a reason. Yeah.
I remember it runs through my mind a little bit. There was a lot of guys that was interested in me when I was growing up. When your mama lift up the burden, not the burden, but lift the door up that's saying, okay, now you can date. Here are your parameters. You know? And there are some guys she would say, I don't like him. And there was some guys she said, you know what? He's a good guy. He's a good guy. But in my mind, I was like, he's boring. Like, oh no, get out of here.
He's
But
lame.
yeah, but looking back, and I think about, maybe my taste now, I'm thinking the person who my mom said was a good guy, now my same mindset lines up with that. Like, I understand, but see, I had to mature. I wasn't mature. I wanted the fast dudes, the thug dudes. I still want a thug, but I want a holy thug. Right. But it made me think, like, you know what? But when I look back, I'm just like, you know what? That is a good dude. Let me peep out for the good dudes.
Yeah.
And, and your parents are not saying, don't date. There's a time when to date. Even when you go on a date, there's some things that you do and do not do on the first date that could bring up some red flags.
Right.
We're going to talk about those do's and do not do's on the first date when we come back. Trust me, this is going to be interesting. And we want to hear from you about this thing. We're going to throw out a bunch of questions and a bunch of topics, and we want to hear what you have to say about it. Don't go anywhere. It's the Reverb Live Show with DJ Rain.
I put my Bible in the busy. I'm not ashamed, I ain't going anywhere. Can somebody please turn my microphone up so I can rep Christ on this track right here? Yeah.
Have you liked us yet? Connect with the Reverb Live Show today. Like us on Facebook and follow at Reverb Live Show on Twitter and Instagram.
Hey, what's up? It's AI The Anomaly, and right now you are listening to the Reverb Live Show with DJ Rain.
Yeah. Ay, 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 ay. Is that the aquarium? Ay, ay. That's the cabbage. She love looking in his brown eyes, yeah. They been dancing on the cloud nine, yeah. He been keeping her up all night, yeah. Phone cuffing, it been long time, yeah. He be wondering if she lies, yeah. She be hoping that he keep it 100. He been looking for a wife like, yeah. She been praying that he upright, yeah. She follow God, that's a plus, right? Yeah. He look into her eyes, heard it right. Then the sound of forever, him and her together, they both with the same questions, they be screaming out. Tell me, do you love me, you want me, keep me, here's my hand, just bring me closer. My heart is open, this ring is closure. But baby, don't fail me, baby, don't fail me. Baby, don't fail me, baby, don't fail me. Baby, don't fail me, baby, don't fail me, yeah, yeah. The voices at a high rate, get together just to migrate. High stakes. Many couples lose faith in the mind state. That's why we keep a circle round, got the ring game. It's a whole lot of chasing this. Have grace. Stay away from face painters. That's fake. And tell me, what's your foundation? Is that safe? Either sand or your pavement. Which way? Gotta hustle for the change in you. Give space. This is God in the church, ain't it? So don't play. Better keep up the pace in this. Win race. Not many have been made for this. Some say it's the beginning. Family be the key in it. Let go and be free in it. Together our goals, our flaws, our losses. Our soul, pray, push, go. Tell me, do you love me, you want me, keep me, here's my hand, just bring me closer. My heart is open, this ring is closure. But baby, don't fail me, baby, don't fail me. Baby, don't fail me, baby, don't fail me. Baby, don't fail me, baby, don't fail me, yeah, yeah.
News, interviews, and laughter. It's the Reverb Live Show with DJ Rain.
Reverb Live Show, Reverb Live Crew is in the building. DJ Rain.
Tracy the Professor.
And King D3.
Can't wait to get to it. Relationship show, announcement. We're going to be talking about relationships. Put your relationship cap on because we about to jump into it. Before we do that, let's see who is checking into the live show.
Man, we got great people checking in. We got Delight777 checking in.
What up, Delight?
We got Testimony_2021 checking in.
Hey, Testimony.
We got USCAFE. That look like Us Cafe checking in.
Okay.
We got our girl, baby girl, Missy 25 checking in. She said, hey, y'all.
Hey.
I could always call her Missy Pooh.
Missy Pooh.
You know what? You say that so much that I thought that was her name. I really thought her
he almost got
her
me,
tag
but
was Missy Pooh.
gratefully, I follow you, baby girl. So, that's kind of fly. Gratefully, I follow you, baby girl. So
That's actually a good name, though. A good
make
a
people
good
be
social
kind to
media
you.
Name.
Yeah.
Gratefully, I follow you.
And then we got our other check-in, which is, I may abuse his name, but it's either Kayan, a Kayan, a Kayan, J1.
What up,
And
J1?
they also saying, hey, y'all.
What up? Hey, I hope everybody that's in the live chat, please respond to these questions when we ask you this. It's about do's and don'ts on the first date. Tracy, before we kick this off, you made a comment off air, and I
Yeah.
want to start this off with this because this is, I'm already telling you, we're going to have problems with this comment.
Okay.
Let's go.
Well, okay, so I'm single. I've been single. I'm just waiting for, the right man to give my heart to. And, I'm going to get married and have a bunch of kids.
All right.
So I have a lot of brothers that, that's, my spiritual brothers in faith that's always like, oh, man, you should talk to that guy. You should talk to this guy. You should talk to this guy and that guy. And I'm just like, really? You don't know me at all. Like, why would y'all even think that I would even talk to that dude? Like, have you had a conversation with him, or you just was like, baby, you need to get married. Just talk to him. So anyway, I had a comment. Well, it was based off of what DJ Rain said earlier about giving his daughter away. His responsibility, has been to protect his daughter, to take care of her, on and on and on. And I think that brothers are the same way in essence, like to make sure they sister straight, make sure they sister, is, looked out for or whatnot. And so my comment was, I feel like that's how my brothers should be. Not just giving me to any man like, oh yeah. Because sometimes I tell my brothers, I'll say, hey, they'll say, you should talk to this guy. And I'm like, would you allow your daughter to date that guy?
Oh.
Like, why would you even tell me that? You know?
Okay.
So anyway, that's my thought, y'all.
So you like the fact that your brothers are looking out for you.
Yes.
And caring about you and your heart.
Because it makes me feel safe.
Yes. I'm going to tell you.
But when they pick good guys, but other than that, it'd be like, oh my God.
I'm going to tell you why girls don't want that and don't like that when we come back. It's a Reverb Live show with DJ Rain.
You're tuned into the Reverb Live Show with DJ Rain, playing the hottest in Christian hip-hop and R&B.
You don't seem to understand something.
The best urban gospel show, airing right now. It's the Reverb Live Show with DJ Rain.
This is a guided meditation on parenting. Take a deep breath in and let go of the time you and your son played basketball and you attempted to slam dunk. Or when you hit that piñata into your neighbor's yard. Let it go.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you. For more information on how you can adopt, visit adoptuskids.org. A public service announcement from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
I don't recycle. I mean, we can just find another planet for your kids to live on, you know?
Noted non-recycler Tommy Crenshaw talks about the future.
Oh, I can totally see finding another planet that can support life when ours fills up with trash.
Log on to yougottabekidding.org and learn about all the ways you can recycle, unless you're into lame excuses like Tommy's.
Hey, recycling's just not my thing. Starting over on a new planet? Now that's exciting.
Don't be that guy, unless you want people looking at you funny. Log on to yougottabekidding.org.
Today in school, I learned a lot. In chemistry, I learned that no one likes me. In English, I learned that I'm disgusting. And in physics, I learned that I'm a loser.
Today in school, I learned that I'm ugly and useless. And in gym, I learned that I'm pathetic and a joke. In history, I learned that I'm trash.
Today in school, I learned that I have no friends. In English, I learned that I make people sick. And at lunch, I learned that I sit on my own because I smell. In chemistry, I learned that no one likes me.
In biology, I learned that I'm fat and stupid. And in math, I learned that I'm trash.
The only thing I didn't learn in school today?
The only thing I didn't learn today.
The only thing I didn't learn
is why no one ever helps.
Kids witness bullying every day. They want to help, but they don't know how.
Teach them how to stop bullying and be more than a bystander at stopbullying.gov. A message from the Ad Council.
It's the Reverb Live Show, playing the hottest in Christian hip-hop and R&B.
Family Worship and Praise Center presents the official 25th church anniversary kickoff celebration on FAMU Homecoming Sunday, October 31st at 11 a.m. at the Civic Center. This exciting event featuring special guest comedian Griff, the co-host of the Get Up Mornings with Erica Campbell. This event is free and open to the entire public. Join FWPC as we honor our history and cultivate our legacy on Sunday, October 31st at 11 a.m. at the Civic Center.
The Urban Gospel Show. That gives you live interviews, the latest news, and topics that keep you tweeting. It's the Reverb Live Show with DJ Rain.
Reverb, and echo through my heart. Bring the beat back, man. Reverb, to me my flesh is so good, so Lord, please turn up your effect.
Reverb Live Show, Reverb Live Crew is in the building. DJ Rain.
Standards, Tracy.
And KING, First Date D3.
There you go. Tracy, I do not agree with the last statement you made, simply because women today don't want to hear that from you. There were so many women at our church that
Wait, you don't agree because what the women say, or you don't agree because you just don't agree?
I don't agree with what you said because what women have done in the past. For some reason, I think I don't want to say church women, but women want to keep their relationships private. They don't want nobody to know who they was dating, who they were talking to. And I was like, well, why would you do that under the protection and the auspice of all your brothers? Like, we could know if this dude is scum or not. There was a young lady at our church, dated a guy. The guy wouldn't come to the church. The guy would just come maybe once. Man, I think we saw him at church twice. But off rip, we can tell like, yo, this dude, nah, don't fool with this guy. But she didn't want to hear that. There's a lot of ladies there that don't want to hear the opinions of their brothers because they want to do what they want to do anyway.
No, see, I don't see it that way. I think that there is safety in that. I think about the story.
Safety in that.
I think about how Tamar and Absalom's younger sister was. You know, their sister was violated by another brother.
Right, and the other brother was ready to go down.
But the brother was ready, and so that's my mindset. I want my brothers to be like, you know what? If I wouldn't offer it to my daughter, I don't need to offer it to my sister. I want to look for a better standard for her as well.
Tracy, maybe you're the anomaly, but there are Christian women out there that would not bring their guy that they're talking to or dating to the church so that the other bros can vet them out.
Maybe they're not bringing them to the church because they don't want the other women to see. Maybe it got nothing to do with the brothers. I don't know.
And that's even petty.
You're right.
So what if he came and all these other women want him? And now if he goes and chase somebody else, good for you.
That means you solved the problem.
He trifling anyway.
Exactly. I feel you. Okay. I feel you. But there's nothing wrong. Listen, I don't think that there's nothing wrong with women, with brothers doing that. I just think that brothers should always consider the type of sister that they have. And also consider the guy. You can do the research. Like if it was me on the other side, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna ask questions.
Yeah.
One guy tried to holler at one of my friends, and they're married now. But the first thing I told him when he asked me, "Say, can I really talk to her?" And I was like, "I'm gonna tell you now. She's a godly woman. She's, you got to protect her life, her anointing, her, ministry. ... And that's all I told him. He went and he did everything he needed to do. He came to church. He started, seeking God. But and guess what? It was because he desired that, not just because of her, but then it ended up matching to where they can be together.
Nice. All right, now speaking of being together, there's some things that you do and do not do together on the first date. Let's just throw some stuff out there. Okay. And people that's on the live, I want to hear from you about this one. All right, let's start off easy. Let's ease into this thing. Who pays for the first date? Tracy, let me give it to you. Who pays for the first date?
Okay.
What was that?
Really?
I cannot back it up to I don't have expectations that the guy pays for the first date.
Okay, so you're prepared to pay.
You about to say, but
Yes, I'm going to allow. I have guys who
Allow
are there.
it.
I'm going to allow him to pay
Okay.
if he wants to, but I'm going to be ready to
pay
pull
for
out.
your own.
I'm going to be ready to pull up my own.
Would
I'm
you
gonna-
pay? But would you pay for the date? Say no, I got it.
the whole date?
Yeah.
Absolutely not. We could go Dutch though.
we go. You from down south.
We could go Dutch. I pay for my stuff. You pay for your
I don't
stuff.
understand why. But okay, I got
Because
your
there are no
response.
obligations.
I got your response. D3, do's and don'ts on the first date.
I'm
Do
ju-
you pay for
I'm-
the first date?
I'm old school
pays for
in mentality, so I'm gonna say myself, but I don't make it mandatory. But in my head, I know I'm going to do it.
In your mind, you go into.
Yeah, I just got an older mentality.
I
in
like that. I
regards.
like that. I like the idea of I'm gonna go in there and look thinking like I got it. But there's some guys out there. Listen, we just coming out of a pandemic. People are just not getting their
I'm
jobs.
sorry. What if you said that?
No, I
And
just
the
came
thing,
out
like,
of
I'm sorry, I
pandemic.
just came out of
and,
pandemic.
where my money looking like right now.
Oh my goodness.
But I can understand guys, especially guys in college. This happens all the times in college. You
Right.
don't have any money, and they're expecting you to pay for the whole thing. Like I'm broke just like you broke. I just want to go hang out with you. Then they won't even ask a girl out to go on a date. Tracy, when you said, "Hey, you don't mind paying for yourself," but you wouldn't even pay for the whole thing. Like I don't see
No.
what's wrong with a girl paying for the entire date.
No, and not unless like I was some billionaire or something like that, and it was something I really wanted to do. Then I would,
So he got to be a billionaire to pay for your food?
No, he doesn't. Listen,
But you gotta
have
be
to
a
be a billionaire
billionaire
to pay for
his
mine.
food.
That's
No.
crazy.
Well, what I'm saying is, I don't want to close the door for the man to his desire to want to pay.
Got you.
Guys like to be providers, and here I got this or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like for example, a guy took me on a date. We just went to Chick-fil-A, and I did not expect him to pay,
Mm-hmm.
and we didn't go with that expectation. So I started to pull out my money, and he took my hand and pushed it down to the side, and he pulled out his $100 bill and was like, "I got this," and I was like, "Okay, cool." And I let him pay for it. My thought with that is I would let a guy pay for it if he wants to, but I'm
Gotcha.
prepared to
Pay
pay
for
for my own
yourself.
stuff.
All right.
Yeah. You got comments?
Yeah, we got.
Let's go. Let's jump in the comments. Now, this is for my live people out there.
Yeah, first, one of our listeners saying money can start an argument. That's what they said first. We have another listener saying, "Hey, the guy pays for the first date," and with an exclamation point. But that listener also stated, "or who initiated the pursuit."
Okay.
I like that. It's a very balanced
Okay.
answer.
I like that.
Okay.
And then somebody just said straight up, split the bill.
Go Dutch.
Yeah, for sure.
I got you. All right. Do's and don'ts on the first date. Commute. How do you get there?
Okay.
Are we riding together? Or do I meet you somewhere? Can I pick you up? Is picking up a thing now? Because I thought it was kind of a cool that the guy goes and picks the girl up. She's home. She's waiting. She's anticipating the guy to come in his chariot to come and pick her up and take her and escort her to the date. Nowadays, everybody got their own ride. Everybody got their own car. People are worried about safety. Do you ride together on your first date? Do you let him pick you up? Tracy, what are your thoughts?
Okay. I would rather meet you there. This is my first thing. I would rather meet you there.
So meet up.
Yeah. But if I'm in a car with you already and I know how you drive, and if I'm in a passenger side stepping on the brakes and the gas, because I don't feel safe.
This is the first date. You don't know.
Well, then I need to meet you there.
So
Then
you
I
don't
need
want a
to
guy.
meet
You don't want a guy to come pick you up.
And not unless I know him. Not the way these times working.
Okay. Like
Not unless I
total
know him.
stranger. No.
No,
But if y'all
absolutely
was
not.
friends and he just happened to ask you out, Tracy, let's go out one night. You know what? Cool.
Yeah.
I'll come
be
pick
willing
you up
to.
at 8.
Yeah.
Dean, what are your thoughts, man?
Y'all, Tracy's gonna be mad at me 'cause I gotta pick you up. I'm not gonna, I'm gonna feel like it's a study session if you meet me there. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But that's
Like-
what it's called. You go and study.
Well, yeah, to my mama. No, but yeah, I'm sorry. The old school aspect still goes along with it. I gotta pick you up.
I'm 50-50 on this one. I don't mind picking you up. I'm good because to a guy, it's still a thing. It's like a rite of passage. Like I'm gonna go get my car clean. I'm gonna make sure it looks right.
You take away the nostalgia when I can't pick you.
You need
Yeah,
that. You
right.
need that experience. I remember picking up, and this wasn't our first date, but I remember picking. It was a girl I was dating for like we had a long distance relationship. She was from Canada, and I'm in Florida. This is our first time going on a date together in Florida. So, man, I'm going to make sure my car looks clean and looks good. I spent 2 days clean, not because it was bad.
2 days.
Because I was meticulous in detailing this car. I go to the airport, pick her up. We're driving in the car. I guess she had a long day, long flight. She kicks her foot up on the dashboard. Brethren, I said, yo! I pulled the car over. I said, yo, what are you doing?
The disgust on his face.
I spent cleaning this car for you? And you gonna put your foot up?
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, my bad.
Right.
Oh.
Long story short, she's no longer.
We ain't friends no more.
Look, I gotta find your wife to ask her if you still the same way about your vehicles now.
No, I'm not. If it's a car. It's a car.
Oh, so it's a car, but so now it's a car. But back then it was like,
but that was the
this
thing.
is
The
my
girl
world.
sees you in your ride, that you cleaned up, that you got the music nice and a nice, confident, competent level.
I got the AC on for you.
Let me tell you this though, that would be nice, and I would appreciate something like that.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of men who have messed that up for men who want to parlay in that type of nostalgia.
Oh, and do some negative bad
They do
stuff.
some negative bad things, and you got to be careful. You just never know.
I feel you.
So unless you're going with a
Nowadays.
group of people or something like that, I just would rather meet you there.
We got some listeners saying dudes drive cool and smooth on the first 3 dates, but when they are comfortable, they start driving like a Jamaican. We got another listener saying, let's meet at the spot, especially on the first date. Don't let them know where you live on the first date if the guy insists. That's a good point.
You know what I drive? I'll meet you inside. Like that's how.
Wow.
I feel.
Oh, they just kicked me in my chest with that comment.
Yeah.
Wow. They don't even want you to see the car. She doesn't even want you to see the car she drives because it may end up a bad first date.
Right.
And I don't want you tailing me, tracking me.
Right.
I understand. I didn't even think about that, Tracy.
Well, we got a listener saying, listen, say if he comes with a bike, motorcycle, or a bike, you know.
I'll meet you there.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, that's
all
messed
right.
up.
All right, standards. Standards, Tracy. That's how you check in.
All right, how about this? And I want to take a quick break, but I want to ask this question because we're speaking about the first date and about who's paying. Let's say, you know what? Don't worry about it. I got it. It's on me tonight. So everybody, we in agreement. I'm paying. What do you order? Do you stay on the low budget side of the menu, or do you flip the page and you see the filet mignon and the lobster?
And
Tracy.
We want to answer that now?
No, let that boil. Let that simmer. We're going to,
We'll simmer down for a little bit. We'll cook on that. Hey, don't go anywhere, man. We're talking about do's and don'ts of a first date. And there's a lot of stuff we got to get to. It gets juicy as the time goes by. Don't go anywhere. It's the Reverb Live Show with DJ Rain.
Can't get enough of the Reverb Live Show? Listen to our podcast, available on reverbliveshow.com and on iTunes.
Yeah, girl, you so special, you make a bro want to sing, you know what I mean?
What you mean I can't sing?
This is a little love song for all my gentlemen, classy ladies. If you a player out there, sit your tail down somewhere and grow up.
We can be more, lady, we can be more. We can be more, lady, we can be more. Yeah, if you stepped in, God heal my heartache. And this is way past lust, no prom date. And we can be a sweet aroma, Strange. And they can call us Outcast, Andre. Told my boys, yeah, catch me, I'm falling. You were on my team even when I ain't balling. You were patient with your boy in the worst case. I was like 9/11, the worst date. You've been running through my mind, first place. Those other girls stay weak like Thursday. This is gentlemen's music, boys to men. I'm done with that player's life, born again. We'll be joined in body and soul, heart and mind, money and time. If she's chocolate or vanilla or your butterscotch cream, she the only one for you. She should make you want to sing. She girl, you know I love you so much. You know I love you so much. This is more than love. This is more than love. You and I can become us. like a 6th grader, that's for sure. Do you wanna be my wife? Check yes or no. It's hard to stay pure in this dirty world. Everybody wants them a little dirty girl. They consult the pigs for a quick referral. They looking for the shells when they have a pearl. You could be Coretta, I could be your king. We could get together, we can have a dream. I could be the Rev, you could be Justine. We could walk this way or we could run as a team. And you ain't got a one day in your mind. God's on that side, I see the ribbon in the sky. Now tell them jokers bye-bye. You found real love, Mary J. Blige. If you know love is more than a ring, grab your lady by the hand, this will make you want to sing. She girl, you know I love you so much. You know I love you so much. This is more than love. This is more than love. You and I can be us. You and I can become us. She girl, I know we just friends. We just friends, but we can be more, lady. We can be more. We can be more, lady. We can be more. A lifelong fight, that's what marriage is. Make love, not war, like a terrorist. My Playboy past is so embarrassing, but your love got me going crazy, call a therapist. Yeah, girl, you know it's a problem when you got me still in line from the song Solomon. Yeah, you got a classy appeal, but you're also so fine, I just gotta keep it real. I know beauty is a lie, peacocks may try, they don't know you fly. Yeah, now go ahead and touch the sky and bring my heart back when it's time to swing by. Yeah, clap, you make a brother wanna sing.
Yo, Show Baraka, we could be more. Reverb Live Crew's in the building, doing the right things on the first date.
Now I need to
Rain.
hear this question again, Tracy.
Oh, Cooker King D3. I thought she was asking the question.
Yo, shout out to our live listeners who actually gets to see Tammy from Miami
Yes.
live in the building. Turn the camera around so they can see her. And they're like, yo, who just jumped in the building? That's Tammy from Miami. I always talk about her, but this is my wife, Tammy from Miami. There she is. And she was just asking her questions about what was y'all first date like? And da-da-da-da-da. I think our first date was Bonefish. We went there on a coupon.
Oh,
no shame in the game, bruh.
Yeah, you heard your wife. A gift certificate.
A gift certificate.
It's a difference.
She did.
What? Look at the humility. Oh, that means he had to pay the bill. If she provides a gift certificate, you got to do tip. Yeah.
I was straight. That's a good, give and take.
Right.
It's good. Speaking of give and take, let's say I'm paying for the entire meal. We've established this. What do you order? Do you stay on the low end, or do you go up high? Tracy, I know you're going to say the right thing, so just go ahead and say it.
Oh my
No, she's going to say the controversial thing.
I'm going to say that I always ask. I always say, so go all, you get whatever I want, or am I working with a certain budget?
This is
That's
interesting.
tough.
Let me tell you why this
always ask.
I'm about to give an answer. This is interesting because I hate that. Don't ask me. I feel like it's insulting to me, actually, if a woman asks, because it's like,
yeah.
How am I supposed to answer that? And then I'm like, what? I know to y'all it's considerate.
That is a trap question, though.
No, it's not. Listen, my wife would do that. Like, if right now, my wife's birthday is coming up, right? I know I'm going to take her somewhere, and I know she's going to ask something that not necessarily what she can and cannot get, but she's going to say something about prices. I'm just like, babe, don't do that. Just, bro, just get it. And that's probably because I'm a planner. So if I know that we're going somewhere, I'm going to look at the most expensive thing on the menu, and I'm going to just double it.
Oh, for real?
I will be prepared.
Wow.
So,
But you know what? Maybe you should talk to guys, because
I thought you were going to say God.
No, some guys, so that they know.
God, I just prayed about it. God said you shouldn't eat that, right? You shouldn't order that.
Because I just think from a woman, sometimes women are considered as gold diggers. You only want me for this, that, and the third. You only, you use me to go on this date for a free meal and all of that kind of stuff. So I, both sides. I get that, and that should be honorable. But at the same time, we don't want to be in a position where we seem like we used you to get this nice free meal that we wouldn't otherwise purchase for ourselves.
Yeah. I got a quick rule for you ladies out there. I like what Tracy said, but that's putting guys in a tough situation. I think the rule of thumb is spend what you thought you was going to pay for.
Oh,
like don't come here with $30 in your pocket, but then you order $50 worth of food because I said I got it. To me, I think that's disrespectful.
Okay.
Even though I said I got it, you was only going to pay for $30 worth of stuff anyway. You wasn't going to order lobster. Why get lobster on my bill?
Do we ever do that?
If you offered it.
See, that's that.
I mean, what do you say? If you but see, then so now you guys see what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna be the gold
You
digger.
just proved her point. I was just
now we're gonna be the gold digger.
Yeah,
We're gonna be the person who has used somebody for a free meal.
Well. All right,
said, "Oh, well."
let's talk about do's and don'ts. Expectations on the first date. Let's talk about what do you expect to talk about on the first date? Do you talk about faith on the first date?
Yes.
Yes.
You said yes?
I'm sorry, it was my turn to talk. Yes. Because I need to know
Why?
I need to know where we are. I need to know if I need to treat you, like a brother. Like, what's up, dog? What's up, homie? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We ain't going no further than this because you do not know the Lord. And listen, I'm not about to get my heart wrapped up in you and my feelings all into you. And next thing you know, you turn around and no, sir.
D3, do you talk about faith on the first date?
I can't. I'll say, unless you use Taco Bell sauces, mild. I say it has to be a mild.
I like it.
I can't say no.
I like it.
I don't want to have to go to the hot sauce downstairs.
Yeah.
But it got to be mild.
I like
in my opinion.
I just think there's nothing wrong with talking about spirituality at the beginning. And that should be something good for a man as well. You don't want a woman who is not virtuous in essence. You don't want a woman that's going to, the Bible says, you should give her your heart. It should be safe in her hands.
But Tracy, are we going to go down and start Bible thumping? Like, all right, what's your denomination? All right,
No,
do you
not
believe
like
in the
that.
Trinity?
Give us some
All right,
examples.
No,
Sid.
like, why would you go into that deep
I need
level?
to know if you told me you're a believer or you're a Christian, or if we met at church or some ministry event or something like that, my expectation is, okay, he's a Christian. Now my mind is, now I need to see if he matches that.
So are you asking me questions about my faith?
No, I would ask you something like,
Do you believe in the resurrection?
No,
Do you
I
believe
wouldn't
in
do
the
all of
Sabbath?
that.
What
But
is
I
the
would be
Sabbath?
like, wow, how did you come to know the Lord?
Okay. All right. So we got some live listeners checking in.
One of our listeners says, talk about that before you get to the first date.
Exactly. So we don't got to bring it up on the first date.
Okay. And then I don't know if this listener got a vendetta for me. No, just playing. But that listener made a great point. She said, are you a mild Christian?
Ooh.
That pun intended, that was fire,
Look,
bro.
She came right in there and put her foot right on your shirt that
like,
you've been
great.
washing
How
for
you gonna
2
bust
weeks.
my Taco Bell hot sauce? So a listener said faith, politics, and background, etc. are all
what?
No, that's all they. No, they said etc. I said it are all, and I feel like it's all hot topics.
Those are
yes,
all
I'm using hot again.
topics. All right. We could talk about, should you bring up politics on the first date?
Mm-hmm.
Should you bring up relationships on the first date? Past relationships on the first date? I'm going to throw this one to D first.
Thank you, Lord.
Listen, because we do keep sorry. No, I'm not gonna do it to you. I personally don't want to hear about it. So you do what you want. I promise. I can 100% tell you. And about 97.5% other men probably don't want to hear about it. I'm just gonna be honest. Do what you please.
What, hear about her past relationships?
Yes.
Or you don't want her to know about yours?
No, we not talking about. I'm not gonna talk about mine. That's you going because I'm too busy focused and working on what I'm trying to establish.
Exactly.
But if you bring it up, I promise you, I will become a past relationship. I swear.
Tracy, real quick, do you talk about past relationships on the first date?
In some essence, I want to know a little bit. It don't have to be a whole.
Why didn't y'all talk about this before you got here? This is the date.
I don't even think
it depends. Like if my date ends up, we just walking around, my fake real, date is at Best Buy, and we just walk around talking, then of course, those kind of types of things will come up. But if it's like a real date, I mean, it just depends on the scenario. Like, is this our first time getting together, hanging out? I honestly, on a date, I just really want to know who the person is that I'm talking to. I don't care about the food. I don't care about, where we're at. I just want to get an idea of the interaction that we may have.
All right, just to jump on that topic real quick. I'm not gonna talk about who I used to date, how I dated them, what we did when we dated. I'm just not going there. I'm not even gonna ask you questions about that either.
I won't even venture around.
Especially if you were divorcee and you're getting back into the dating game again.
Yeah.
Like at least for me, I'm concerned. Like, what happened?
Yeah.
You know, because I don't want to be a casualty.
I can see you having this conversation before we get to the first date or after the first date.
It's gonna be after for me. I don't even want to.
Right now, I just
men and women got different objectives.
Yeah.
I just want to see if we can vibe right now.
Yeah, that's all I'm focused on.
All right, so
I love it.
We're almost out of time, but I gotta throw this out there, and this is on the I guess the affectionate side of it. Do's and don'ts on the first date. Do you kiss somebody on the first date?
No, thank you.
The date is great.
Oh, wait, is that my turn? Yet? Okay, I'm
That's your
sorry.
turn, Tracy. Let me line it up. The date was great. The man know all 66 books of the Bible. All of them.
Come on now.
Hold them from back to front.
66
Right. He deserved an Esther at that point.
This man done evangelized and witnessed to the waiter.
Come on.
The manager came and he baptized the manager.
And he ordered fish and bread.
Did he multiply it
Come
too?
on now.
And he multiplied. Picked up your tab and the tab next to him because he saw a family. He's like, you know what? I got y'all.
Bruh.
Okay.
So he got the money. Great conversation.
Bruh.
We need to go to the altar at that point. Come on. We need to go to the altar.
Tracy, it is good right now. He gets to the car. He gets out of the car. Y'all do y'all salutes. Hey, it was nice meeting you. We're going to meet up a second time. He leans over to give you a kiss. Do you let him kiss you?
I'm going to lean over to the side and give him a sister hug.
Sister hug?
Yeah, a little tight. Yeah,
Not
pat.
a pat.
Not a smooch.
A listener
pat.
said on the lips
Right.
or cheek.
Cheek. Something.
No. I don't want to kiss your cheek. If I want to kiss you, I want to kiss you.
I
You
feel
know?
like a sinner. I feel like a sinner.
Not on the first date.
I have.
I don't even know if I want to move forward in that way. See, in my mind, you know, a lot of people like this, a lot of people don't. And you know, when I really get into, you know, a deep relationship, we'll see what happens. But in my mind, I want to save all my kisses for when he says, "You may now kiss your bride."
What if he wants to kiss your hand? You know, he reaches out and he's like, I'll see
Yeah.
your
Lord,
hand.
that's gonna be
That's
gonna be
classy.
a struggle.
No,
for
that's
me.
culture.
What I'm saying
That's
is,
culture.
you
Let's
don't
do
want to
that.
make Tracy fall. You don't kiss my hand.
Right.
Don't kiss my.
She gonna stumble in the spirit.
I don't want to stumble.
Right.
Everybody got their own struggles. I'm just saying.
All right, okay, noted. D, from a guy's perspective, this girl is amazing. She knows all the rules to football. She knows all the artists. You know, she know Bizzle's song back to front.
Oh,
The whole
Lord.
album.
Yeah.
She's vibing right now. Get home. I mean, you dropping her home. She rides in your car. Man, you got a nice car, dude. Thank you for picking me up.
Right.
The date's over. Get home. Walk into her door. Do you lean in for that kiss on the cheek?
I'm going to say that I
First
don't
date.
see anything wrong with it. That's me. That's just me. Would I do it? I can gauge energy. And so,
Y'all
but
vibing real good.
I can't say that I've X'd it off before.
Okay. Now, I don't plan to do it on every first date.
No,
That's
no.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Nasty.
That's
What is this, Big Brother? What's the game show that be watching, that be playing at the house? People be walking around kissing. Oh, I like this person. I like.
Oh yeah, that's kind of.
What about a kiss on the cheek? A listener said.
Yeah, I mean, just reach in for
The Bachelor. That's what it is.
Maybe a kiss on the hand.
A kiss on the cheek. Kiss on the hand.
No, why do we have to put mouths on anything? Why can't
It
we
was
just-
on your food that I purchased.
Yes, and it went down my own throat. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
I would just. Right, yeah. What do you go from? Yeah, exactly. And then if you kiss, then where do you go from there? You know,
On the
do you have to
cheek?
stop? Because in my mind, I'm thinking, first of all, again, my mindset is not wanting to kiss, you know, before marriage like that. But if you do kiss, then it shouldn't be in a way that may lead to something else. That's asking for more. So then what do you do with that? So now you kiss, and then what? Now you just go back to just being la friends again?
Right.
Or is there? I don't think there's enough even relationship build up.
Right.
There's not even. You just went on a first date,
Tracy,
and you
y'all
want to put
not-
your mouth on my hand.
He's not asking you for your
Yeah.
hand in marriage.
Exactly,
Oh my
but you want to
goodness.
kiss me? No, yuck.
Well, yeah, I heard. Well, we have one listener that just said, "Listen, a strong eye gaze, not a kiss."
A strong eye gaze and a smile.
Yeah.
No, a strong eye gaze.
strong
may
eye gaze
be
has got
very-
power.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
very.
A strong eye
Suggestive.
gaze got power, boy.
Yeah, it's ass kissing and touching. That's it.
Right,
Ass
people. We're not even going to go to the other questions on this list. We have.
We can save
this
it for
could
part
be-
2.
a part 2, or this could be a Reverb Overflow topic that we get into, man. But we can't get into this. We got to end the show right here.
Man, and don't worry, we're going to end it here, but you can start it right back up at iHeartRadio, iTunes Podcast, Spotify, SoundCloud, TuneIn, Google Podcasts, or Spreaker. Look for Reverb Live Show, like, comment, and share our material.
And if you have any questions, topic ideas, or you just want to tell us, listen, this is what I'm going to do on a date and this is what you don't do on a date, hit us up at info@reverbliveshow.com. We'd love to hear from you.
Hey, that's it for this hour of the Reverb Live Show. But stay tuned. Stick around. Another hour could be on the way. Or just press play on our next podcast. It's the Reverb Live Show with DJ Rain.
Did you know that
The Urban Gospel Show. They give you live interviews,